Hello, everyone. My name is John Omutaka. Today, I'd like to discuss another very important topic with us under the theme money, faith, and the Bible. I'd like to discuss the true purpose of wealth. I want to ask your opinion. If you don't mind, what do you consider is the true purpose of wealth or the true purpose of money? Just permit me to interchange those words. Can you please chat me? Someone will ask, does it matter? Indeed, it does. Why? Myles Munro said that when the purpose of a thing is not understood, abuse is inevitable. And that is why you see some wealthy men around us turning into oppressors or using their wealth or money to do things that you will not consider is helpful to the society. Today, I want to share with us from the scriptures what the Bible has captured over 3,000 years ago. If you don't mind, join me to Genesis chapter 12, verse 2. God was speaking to Abraham, and he said to him, I will make you a great nation. I will bless you. And when that happens, he said, your name will be great. You will understand why every wealthy man becomes a great man, and his name is known everywhere. He begins to reign. Just any billionaire you can think of is a household name. God didn't end there. He said, you will become a blessing. God said to Abraham, I will make you great. I will bless you. Your name will be great for a purpose. And that purpose is that you may become a blessing. To me, this is the true purpose of wealth. That you may become a blessing. Why? Because you have the capacity to bless. You don't bless with empty mouth. Not at all. You don't bless with empty promises. Not at all. You bless with value. You bring something to the table. And God said, when you become great, then you have the capacity, you have what it takes to bless. I wish that every great man, every billionaire, every wealthy man comes across this video so that maybe it can help them to appreciate what the purpose of wealth is and prevent them from abuse. That you may become a blessing. You may become a blessing. To who? To your family, to your neighbor, to your cities, and to the world as a whole. John D. Rockefeller, from his experience, he understood this truth. And he became a great philanthropist. Through his giving, Chicago University was established. In 1913, the Rockefeller Foundation was established out of the wealth he has acquired from the Standard Oil. And that foundation is still active till today, touching lives in various areas of the world. Their mission includes health, education. Their research work brought about the breakthrough in penicillin injection. They've also had inroads into researches in tuberculosis, malaria, yellow fever, and so on and so forth. Even till today, they are still touching lives in area of food, education, health, even climate change. They are supporting a lot of work in that area. Not only Rockefeller has come to that understanding, many others. I understand that Warren Buffett has something along that line. I also understood that George Soros is doing something along that line. Michael Bloomberg, and so many others. You don't necessarily have to be billionaire. Yes, there are so many people in many cultures, in many societies that are touching lives. Why? That is the purpose. Let me show you how Job spent his money. Job chapter 29, I'm going to read from verse 12, the Holy Bible. Job 29 from verse 12. There it says, because I deliver the poor that cried. So Job had the cry of the poor people. As I'm speaking right now, there are many poor people in many societies that are crying. Why are they crying? They are crying for help. They are looking for someone that will intervene on their behalf, someone that will come to their rescue. Put it in another way, according to what God said, someone that will be a blessing to them, someone that will be a blessing, someone that will touch their life, someone that will turn their circumstances around. And the Bible said, Job said, I heard the poor when they cry, and the fatherless, and him that don't have anyone to help him. In verse 13, he says, the blessing of him that was ready to perish came upon me. And so when people who are sick call upon Job, Job intervened. He brought money. There are many people in the third world country in critical situation, not because the disease is incurable, no, but rather because there is no money to pay for the hospital bill or to pay for the medicine for them to take and be free. Verse 15, Job said, I was eyes to the blind, and feet was I to the lame. So Job supported people who are blind and also provided for those who are lame, those people who cannot cater for themselves, people who cannot, who don't have what it takes to take care of themselves, who are limited physically, challenges. Job said, I was there for them. Today, Many people are doing that. Whenever there is flood, you see people going there to go and help, rescue, provide blanket, and so on and so forth. They are just being a blessing to people. And that is what God said. What is the true purpose of wealth? Being a blessing, reaching out to someone else. Not just consuming it on yourself, not just thinking that everything belongs to you. No, rather understanding that God has put it in your hands that you may be a channel to people. John chapter 7 verse 37. Jesus said, out of you shall rivers of living water flow. That is to say, you are a channel and a custodian. God has put you in charge to manage the wealth judiciously. When you come to this understanding that the wealth you have, it doesn't have to be billions, it doesn't have to be millions. It's just that understanding that everything you have, you received it from God. Jesus said, freely you received, freely give. When you come to that understanding, it will humble you. And you will see yourself as just being there to help people out of whatever God has given to you. What I have learned in this is not just to think about myself, but to think about others. So as I'm going out there, pushing to make more income, I'm not just having myself in my heart, I'm also having others in my heart that I need to make more so that I can avail unto others. Can I ask you, from what you have already, will you allow some to drop for people who don't have? Will you reach out to people close to you? In your family, will you be there for your brothers, your siblings, relations who may not have as much as you do? Will you be there for neighbors in your street where you live, in the community where you operate? Will you be there for them? Can I ask you, make effort to try to get more in order to listen to the cry of people who don't have? I want to hang up at this time. I hope that this has brought some kind of light onto you. Can you share with me if there are other things you consider are the purpose for wealth? Please chat me. If you agree with what I've also said, I would like to hear from you. And if you don't agree, I want to hear the other side of the divide. Again, if you have questions, please ask. You can also reach me on this channel through your comments. I love if you can subscribe to this channel. Until I come your way in the next video, I want to sincerely thank you for being with me throughout. My name remains John Onwutaka.